Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome.
So yesterday we're doing a little series on like common diets 101, just a kind of
What have we done so far?
highlight. We did vegan,
Right?
we did carnivore. I can't remember if we did a third one or not. But
Yep.
irregardless, yesterday was carnivore. And we talked about a situation where one person found more benefits in lamb versus
She removed a lot of her inflammation and a lot of
Right.
her autoimmune disease by eating lamb
right.
predominantly.
And it actually
So the subject came up
Sent
afterwards
Kevin
after we
down.
stopped shooting. I said, when I was born, I was allergic to literally everything. I could only eat lamb and water. I mean, those were the two items that I was not allergic to.
and you were like, when you say everything,
I mean, everything.
you went into like experimental, I don't know if that's the right word, but therapies with the doctor down in Miami, right?
Yeah. There was a doctor down in Miami, Douglas Sandberg, who was a University of Miami research physician. And, dating myself, but 40 plus some odd years ago, plus, that type of allergy testing was really the top of the quote unquote food chain.
So if I can, we'll back up just a little bit. Prior to this guy, all the doctors you were seeing basically gave your parents like,
Yeah, you thumbs down. Yeah, he's not going to be in good shape, is what they basically said.
yeah,
They said,
like
he's
terminal.
he's out of luck. And so that was one of the very first allergists. And literally what would happen is, my mom thought he was a quack when she first met him. She, So first meeting was like, all right, what do you want him to eat? And
Eat. That's what he
and
focused
my mom
on first.
was like, eat. Let's get him to like deal with symptoms first, not really like, hey, let's go try something. You're going to put him into anaphylactic shock,
Right.
But I think it was like cheese. And at that point in time, basically what happened was they would inject me with allergy shots in the arm or not allergy shots. They would inject me with the food, like a very small amount of the food. And then they would wait 15 minutes. They would give you a little egg timer, wait 15 minutes, and you'd come back and you'd measure the reaction on your arm. And then they would give a smaller dose and a smaller dose and a smaller dose, all the way getting down to the point where you no longer reacted. That was the right amount of
That
antidote
you could sustain.
that you could sustain. And then they would give that into an allergy shot that I would take once a week. And over time, your body got used to producing its own antibodies to fight any of the inflammation, any of the allergy that actually took place.
So this wasn't just cheese. This was like
This was everything.
Everything.
I mean, everything, wheat, cheeses. I mean, it took. So I did that from the time I was probably 1.5 to 2 years old to, I would say, 12. Weekly meetings. I would be there from like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
that's tough, man. That's tough on a kid. That's
Yeah, but it's as we were thinking about this, I was thinking about, elimination diet, people that have all of these problems, and we'll get into elimination diet later. But elimination diet, and like like that lady did, she went down to bare bones. I have all of these problems, and she went down to bare bones lamb, and
but it was a process. I think it took
built
years.
back up, right?
I don't know if she ever did build back up.
Okay.
I think she's lamb. That's all she eats.
Okay. So the question is there a lot going on behind the scenes? If you have GERD and acid reflux and irritable bowel syndrome and
Anything, gout, high blood pressure.
There's tons of these, is the first place you look, give me a pill, or is the first place you look, what am I putting in my body? So, it was obviously I wouldn't be here today. There'd be no doubt that if my mom had not reached out to this guy,
wouldn't have figured it out.
we wouldn't have. And it was a lot of ups and downs, but to the point, it was a lot of weekly 8-hour days were stressful. And I think I told you yesterday just how weird. I mean, so at the end of an 8-hour day where you're injecting all these foreign substances into your body, and my arm looked like a pin cushion.
And inflammation.
It felt, I told Scott yesterday, I said, it really felt like at the end of the day each week that I had almost like the very early signs of a cold, right? You had that snotty, that like achy feeling, like your body was just constantly trying to fight off something. But it gave your body the ammunition to fight it going forward.
Well, you were saying yesterday, you'd be in the car, 5 o'clock traffic in Miami,
right,
trying to get to your Little League game after
a full blown day of shots.
That's amazing, man. I think the fascinating part is that your parents alone figured out lamb, and whether there's more to that.
Yeah, I think there's a ton to that. I think elimination diet is really where people need, if they have chronic illnesses, and I know we've talked about chronic illnesses a little bit, break it down, start fresh, and
with anything.
Cut
out soda first.
Right.
But so we will probably next, we'll do elimination diet. Mm-hmm. So we did want to take this little trip down memory lane because it for Kevin, it became really personal. He was like, oh my gosh, I kind of forgot about this from my youth. And it was the only thing he could sustain. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll touch base on elimination.
Yeah, we'll do elimination next.
And email us your ideas, thoughts, criticisms, comments, flirtations for Kevin, if it applies.
Yeah, right.
Snackcast at yes.fit. We appreciate you tuning in.
Stay moving.
See you.